What's up, man? Just want to talk about Broner versus Pacquiao. What's next for both of these two fighters? I'm gonna start off with Adrian Broner. I believe Adrian Broner should just go back down to 140. It's some winnable fights for Adrian Broner. At 140, he said he's gonna be a champion again, but he's not gonna be a champion at 147. He's not gonna beat Crawford, Earl Spence, Sean Porter. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, he already lost to Sean Porter. He's not gonna beat those guys. Keith Thurman. He's not gonna beat those guys. So my advice is that Adrian Broner go back down to 140. He said he's about to get back in the gym. He said he's disciplined. He's dedicating his life to boxing again. Being serious. So he should be able to make 140. And it's some winnable fights down there. It's some tough guys down there, but Adrian Broner can get in that mix, and Adrian Broner can compete with these guys at 140. You got Regis Prograis. I like Regis Prograis, but Adrian Broner can compete and beat Regis Prograis. Also, Josh Taylor, he can fight. Jose Ramirez, he's a little bit vulnerable at 140 compared to Regis and Josh Taylor. You got Maurice Hooker, who's a pretty good fighter. You got Victor Postal still there, and Sergey Lipinets. You know what I'm saying? And out of all these guys, I would favor Adrian Broner to beat at least three of these guys: Jose Ramirez, Victor Postal, and Sergey Lipinets. You know what I'm saying? He can compete with Regis and possibly beat him, and Hooker, and Josh Taylor. So it's some winnable fights for Adrian Broner at 140. He can possibly try to revamp his career, but at 147, I know he's at 147 because of the Manny Pacquiao fight, and you have to do that when Manny Pacquiao want to fight you. You got to fight at 147, make that money. So he did that, but him going back down to 140 probably will do him well. Like I said, he could probably revamp his career, get it back on track. This is like the third time that Al Heyman and them will have to put them back together and build them back up. Adrian Broner is still marketable. I just believe if he stay at 147, he's gonna be a stepping stone for somebody for fighters coming up. If he go down to 140, like I said, he can possibly revamp his career. Now he's having problems. Like people think only at 147 he having problem letting his hands go. No, Adrian Broner having problem letting his hands go at 140 too. You know what I'm saying? His last couple of fights, fights was like catch weights and all that stuff. He was having trouble letting his hands go in. So it's not 147 him fighting bigger guys per se. Even though Pacquiao is not a bigger guy, Pacquiao came up from the lower weight classes even lower than Adrian Broner started his career. So if he can't let his hands go versus Manny Pacquiao, the best bet is for him to go back down to 140, see if he can pick off some of those guys and get a title there, and see if he can possibly unify all the belts. I mean, he has a chance if, and that's a big if Adrian Broner does what he should do at that weight. You know what I'm saying? How much is he dedicated to the sport of boxing? Was he just really dedicated for the Manny Pacquiao fight because he really got up for that fight? Can he get up for these guys at 140? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But he has a chance to revamp his career. Some pretty decent names down there. What if he moves to up to no? What, 154? There's no 150 division. He would have to move up to 154. You mean? No. He don't need to move up to 154. If y'all think he not letting his hands go at 147, he really ain't gonna let his hands go at 154. There's even bigger guys up there. So, I'll go down to 140 if I was him. I mean, it's his career choice. He can do whatever he wants with his career. 140 to me seems like a natural thing for him to do. Like I said, I will out of the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 names that I named, I favor him over 3, and the other 3 he has a chance to beat. It's not like they are more seasoned than Adrian Broner or more experienced than Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner will have the experience and the seasoning over all these fighters because he's been in the ring with some you know what I'm saying, some nice fighters. You know, now he just get out the ring with Manny Pacquiao. He should learn from that fight, being in there with Manny Pacquiao. I thought he fought a decent fight. I didn't think he fought a terrible fight. He did what he always do. Don't let his hands go. I thought he had some openings to land some right hands. He should have used his jab more. He did control the distance well. He kept Manny Pacquiao at bay a lot of the fight, so he limited the damage that he had on him. But he didn't do anything with the space. He should have did something with with the with the space that he had to be able to you know, get off some offense. He was all defense yesterday. It seemed like Adrian Broner was trying to survive. That's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like he was, because in my breakdown I said Adrian Broner would do well if he just get on his front foot and come forward. If you just get, I mean, yes, you're gonna get hit, but he's gonna get hit anyway. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna die a slow death, or you gonna give yourself a chance to win the fight. He didn't. He chose to fight the way he wanted to fight. That was cool. But that's it for Adrian Broner. Go back down to 140, man. And what's next for Manny Pacquiao? I don't want to see the Mayweather Pacquiao fight again. I just don't want to see that fight again. I'm not interested in seeing that fight again. Not interested in seeing the fight. Let me say it again. Not interested in Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather. If I was Pacquiao, I would try to fight some of them other young fighters at 147 that we were all clamoring for Mayweather to fight, and that will give Pacquiao a little bit of a leg up on Mayweather, and we can go back in history and say, well, at least Pacquiao stayed and he fought some of those young guys, because he already fought Jesse Vargas, and he was one of the young 147-pound fighters, and now he fought Broner, so he fought two of them. You know what I'm saying? What if he go and fight Earl Spence or Keith Thurman and couple that with a Sean Porter, fight two of those guys, and if he could fight two of those guys, and let's say he win those two fights, he will have fought four guys that we wanted Mayweather to fight at 147. You know what I'm saying? Other than Jesse Vargas, but he would have mixed it up with some of the young welterweights that came after him that he was a generation ahead of, and that will look good on his resume. You know what I'm saying? Broner is going to look good on Mayweather on Pacquiao's resume. Vargas is going to look decent on his resume. Those guys were younger than him when he fought him, especially Broner. He's 40 years old. Beat Broner. You know, a younger fighter, strong, athletic, fast, quick. So that, to me, I mean, I understand for him personally, he won't Mayweather because he want to redeem himself. So that's for him. But me as a boxing supporter, I don't want to see that fight again. Not even interested in seeing that fight again. I will be more interested if Pacquiao fight either Earl Spence or Danny Garcia. I believe Pacquiao will, if he don't get the Mayweather fight that he want right now, I believe he'll go after Danny Garcia. I think Pacquiao will go after Danny Garcia, and he can beat Danny Garcia, because Danny Garcia, he let his hands go, but he's kind of like Adrian Broner too. He doesn't really let his hands go a whole lot either. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia, he likes to counter punch. He likes to look for that no look hook. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know, and that stuff, like him waiting on them punches like that, Pacquiao he'll win a similar fight that he won versus Broner. He'll just pepper him all the whole fight. You know, and that's what I think Pacquiao should do. And then if he beat Danny Garcia, then go fight one of the big dogs like Crawford, um, um, Earl Spence, Sean Porter, or Keith Thurman. Like I said, if he can win three of those fights, if he can win, you know, a couple more fights at welterweight against these young guys, that will boost up his legacy. And you know what I'm saying? He can go back and say, "Hey, I mixed it up with some of those guys." Mayweather, he didn't mix it up with none of those guys. But that's what I think should happen with these two guys' career, man. I just thought Broner just let an opportunity go. If he let that opportunity to go that he let go yesterday, and then he had that audacity to say he won the fight, man, you didn't win the fight. And this is the tall tale of a guy saying that they want to fight. He asked him, "Do you think you want to fight?" He said, "Yes, I want to fight." I have to go back and look at it on tape. If you know the only way I'm going back and look at it on tape, the only reason for me to go back and look at it on tape is to see how good I did. I know I won the fight. I don't. He said, "I think I won. I mean, I won the fight, but I have to go back and look at it on tape." Same thing what Bradley said about the Pacquiao first fight. Yeah, I want to fight, but I have to go home and look at it. You don't have to go home and look at what you already know you did. If you're going to go home and look at it, you can say, "Well, I want to go home and look at it and see how good I did and see how dominant I was." See, that's how you know a fighter lost a fight. Broner know he lost a fight. And he's right when he said that people gonna come back and see him fight again. Because guess what? People want to see him lose because people dislike Broner. They think he's too you know what I'm saying, too arrogant or whatever, and they want to see him lose. So yes, he's right when he say that people want to see him lose, people gonna come back and see him fight. He's absolutely correct. People are going to come and see Adrian Broner fight because they want to see Adrian Broner lose. That's one thing that he said that was true. Him winning the fight, that wasn't true, but the other part was true. People are going to want to tune in, much like they did for Mayweather, to see him lose. Now, eventually, which I think is going to happen, is happening slowly anyway. People going to be looking at Adrian Broner as just he's going to become he's already a caricature of himself. He already made a caricature of himself. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, people gonna stop looking at you as, oh, I'm gonna get Adrian Broner the benefit of the doubt. I'm not getting Adrian Broner the benefit of the doubt no more. I'm done. I was done giving him the benefit of the doubt 3 fights ago. It's still people that still that will still give Adrian Broner the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if you ain't see yesterday. If that didn't convince you that Adrian Broner don't really want it like you want it, it's more people that want the fight that want Adrian Broner to win more than Adrian Broner wants to win, and Adrian Broner is in the ring. And there's more people that want him to win than he wants to win. It can't be that way around. Adrian Broner has to want it more than anybody want it because he's actually the one in the ring. And by round 6, when he seen that what he was doing wasn't working, which I don't know what he was doing. I think he was trying to counter Pacquiao, but it's hard to counter Pacquiao because he moves at these crazy weird angles. You know what I'm saying? Even Mayweather had a hard time countering Manny Pacquiao. He did it better than Broner because he's a better fighter than Broner, of course. But it's not easy. It's not easy trying to counter Manny Pacquiao. You know, Marquez was able to do it because Marquez is a great counterpuncher. Adrian Broner really is not a great counterpuncher. He kind of masquerades he kind of make himself look like a counterpuncher, but he's really not a counterpuncher. What Adrian Broner does well is when he fight in the lower weight classes and you know what I'm saying, he's a little bit bigger than guys down there. He can walk those guys down. That's what Adrian Broner is at his best, when he can walk you down. When Adrian Broner can't walk you down, that's when people say he don't really let his hands go. But let me know what y'all think, man. That's what I think, man. I think Adrian Broner should go back down to 140. Pacquiao should fight some of these, you know what I'm saying, these other guys. Don't so much chase at the Mayweather. Mayweather gonna do what he want to do anyway. I don't know if when the stipulation for Manny Pacquiao signing with PBC was to get Mayweather. I don't know. I don't know if Mayweather works like that anyway. I don't think Mayweather would put himself in a position like that unless he know 100% that he want to fight, get Manny Pacquiao a rematch. And I don't think Mayweather is 100% into giving Manny Pacquiao a rematch. So, and even Pacquiao kind of alluded to, you know what I'm saying, Mayweather is retired, he ain't coming back. He may not come back. If he does, it's good. So I don't think it was in the contract that if Pacquiao signed with PBC, he's going to get Mayweather automatically. Because people always say that. You sign with PBC, they got all these other welterweights over there. You just about guaranteed to get the fight with those other welterweights. Not really. Not really, because we seeing it already that it's hard for these welterweights inside of PBC to get fights with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for them to get fights with each other. Like what Keith Thurman said yesterday. He said, if I would have never relinquished my belt, Porter and Garcia would have never fought. Because and you know what? That's true, because I remember Garcia saying that he wanted to fight Sean Porter, but it's not like it's a belt on the line. And as soon as that belt got on, because remember, Sean Porter was chasing Danny Garcia, and then all of a sudden, when Keith Thurman dropped that WBC title, all of a sudden, Garcia, you know, he wanted to fight Sean Porter. So, you know, those guys, hopefully those guys